given the fact that many of them have become practitioners, their ability to capture their life story in a single page in a short essay is something that gives them the jeepers, if I may. So, how is it that you approached the process? How is it that you were able to abstract the core of your story into one or two essays? How was the process like for you?
Sure. And this is what I met you for. This is what I needed guidance with. I have 20 different stories. Which story do I present and how do I present it? This is the main part where I needed guidance. So that's what you really helped me with. The first step was like writing down every single thing, whatever you did in your life. That was a very time consuming and a very detailed process. Once we had all the stories, then we met multiple times for weeks deciding and shortlisting. Okay, this is the story we can use. And then we built storyboards, which were like 15 or 20 different stories. And then we were like, okay, now let's look at the questions and then see which story fits. Your mentorship was very helpful in that because I have 15 different experiences for one essay. How do I show it there? Your guidance really helped me there.
Oh, thank you so much, Sunmeet. I'm glad that I was able to help. Again, drilling down a little bit further, the blank page scares a lot of people, right? You've got a story in your mind, still people are afraid of that blank page. And in that case, either they use ChatGPT completely, which probably is not a great idea. Everyone can identify what a ChatGPT
Yeah.
writing is like. So, how did you approach that blank page? How is it that you start writing and got into flow and eventually get to a point that you could say that, look, this is my final draft and this is what I want to submit?
Sure. So like when we had, sorry, 15, 20 storyboards, then I decided, okay, I'm not going to write one essay. I'm going to write three essays for this one prompt. And once I have written three essays, which are three different stories, then we sat and discussed which story looks better. So I think the blank page thing was, I don't know what to write, but you need to start writing. Once you start writing, it becomes very easy because then your mind starts flowing. Okay, I have 15 options. Okay, I'm going to choose this. And these are the top three options for this essay. I'm going to write these three essays and then you go from there. So I think having that storyboard really helped me so I can pick and choose which story I want to present because the first major step is writing something on that blank page. Editing is the easy part. Writing something is the hard part. So once you have written three essays per prompt, then you can edit it. That became very easy.
Did you change those stories depending upon what the school was, or your core essence of the narrative remained the same across all the schools that you applied into?
I think my course was the same. I wrote one master SOP, which I then used to write my essays. That master SOP, I think 2 or 3 pages, and it contained all my major life stories, my work experience, my learnings from my work experience, my internship, my personal investment journey, my personal portfolio construction journey, my rejections from the investment clubs at Michigan, and then later becoming the vice president of those clubs. So it contained all those major stories. I did not change my narrative. The stories remain the same, but how you present them change a little bit. Sometimes you would talk about the challenges. Sometimes you would talk about how you felt. I think it depends on the essay. For NYU, I remember they were focused on EQ and IQ. So I had to talk about what did I learn emotionally from this? How did I overcome my emotional baggage from this challenge? How did it help me build a strong mindset? In some other university, it was more about the quantitative metrics of what did I learn. Like there was a 15% improvement in the portfolio. The core story, how you present it changes a little bit based on the essay.